Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a sort of oil slick holographic inspired makeup tutorial. Got a big sort of blown out smoky eye going on. I've tried out like a couple of new products in this and it went pretty well. I'm really pleased with how this makeup look turned out. I tried out one of these new holographic eyeshadow toppers from Barry M. These are like £4. I would definitely go and have a look at these, give them a swatch, because I think I'm going to have to get like all the colours now because they're super pretty. But I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial and let's go ahead and get into it. So if I sound a bit like I've got a cold, it's because I do. I'm going to start off with this Makeup Forever Professional Paris, I don't know, I'm reading the whole name, Step 1 Skin Equaliser, and this has got a sort of lavender tint to it, which is good for brightening. So, yeah, very slight. It comes in like this sort of lavender package, so I don't really know. But it's a nice hydrating base. I'm then going to go in with the Ordinary foundation. This is the coverage foundation in the lightest shade, Very Fair Neutral, which is 1.0N. If you haven't seen my review on this, then you should go check it out. But I've actually been using this quite a lot and I've really been quite enjoying it. I'm just going to go ahead and apply that with a BH Cosmetics 113 brush. And then just going to pop on some Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral under the eyes and on the lids and just highlight, and I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. If you don't have this palette, I'm going to be using the two purple shades and the sort of green colour here. If you don't have those, they probably come in some other palettes, but yeah, I would always say look for some really nice vibrant smoky purple colours, because sometimes they're quite hard to find, and if you ever can get your hands on this palette, I would definitely recommend it. But I'm going to start off with a mix of silk and ribbon. I'm going to be taking them on a Morphe, I think I've got the E13 over here, the E30 brush. I'm just going to be putting those through the crease. Oh, and I've already put some powder under my eyes just to catch any fallout. And don't be afraid to make this eye look quite big, because I'm going for something quite sort of dramatic and smoky, and we're going to be cutting the crease in a second anyway, so it doesn't matter if the lid looks a little bit messy. I'm now taking just ribbon, which is the darker of the two purple shades, and just focusing that a little bit closer, not blending it out too far. I'm just putting that right in the crease to really sort of darken up the crease itself. Okay, I'm now just going to cut the crease with the P. Louise eye base, and I just got this in the post. I'm really excited to use this. I was going to use it over my whole eye, but I thought I'd just try using it as a to make a cut crease with today. So I'm just taking a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm just taking this flat brush from number 7, and I'm just going to cut the crease out. I'm not going to do it too big because I don't want it to be up too high. So I'm just going to play around with the shape, and yeah, I'm just going to use this to do it with. Okay, now we've laid that down, I'm just taking this angled brush and just defining the very edge of the cut crease with that same ribbon shade that we were just using. Okay, and while that base is still a little bit tacky, I'm just going to go in with the shade Ignite from the Metal Matte palette, which is sort of this light sort of green shade. I'm just going to take this on a flat Eco Tools brush and pack this onto the lid. I'm also mixing in a little bit of What, which is the darker green shade. I'm just going to do a bit of tight lining with the Maybelline Master Drama Kohl Liner. I can't remember the name of it then. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick wing liner with the Lancome Plume Liner in the shade Noir. I'm just going to brush off my bake, and I'm going to use the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Warm Rose just to sweep it off so we're not removing any concealer from underneath the bake. And I also put like a little bit on my nose because for some reason foundation just does not want to stay on my nose recently, and I don't know why it is. The complete pain. Okay, so for blush I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics Floral Blush in the I can't, that's such a tongue twister. The BH Cosmetics Floral Blush in the shade Bahama Bronze, which is like a little like duo one. And I'm just going to sort of swirl my brush in there and pop some on my cheeks. And then for highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Arte Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Gold Digger. I'm going to take that on my Spectrum, just like my tapered highlighting brush, and I'm just going to put this on the tops of my cheekbones. Again, I'm really sorry about my voice. I feel like I can't talk properly, like I keep stammering and like saying things wrong. But I have a really bad cold, so trust me, it's annoying me more than it might be annoying you. I'm just going to pop this on lightly. The great thing about these highlighters is that they're really like buildable, which I really like. Oh gosh, see, they can be really bright if you want. I'm just going to quickly do my lower lash line, and I'm going to take the same shades from the Metal Matte palette and run them along the lower lash line, and I'll just use the edge of this angle brush to do that. I've just dropped it, I'll pick it up and do it after. I'm also going to take a little bit of the shade Nebula, which is the blue, and just put that on like the centre of the lower lash line, just to get some different colours going in there. I'm then going to take the shade Twinkle, which is this purple colour, and I might mix into a little bit of Volt, which is the darker purple, and sort of put that on the inner corner. I'm also just adding in a tiny bit of Twinkle, which is the Tinsel, which is the sort of silvery colour. And I'm just sort of dabbing that over the top. Okay, now I'm just going to take the new holographic eyeshadow topper from Barry M in the shade Luna. And I'm going to put this sort of on the inner portion of the lid and a bit onto the inner corner. This is like brand new, and I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to last and stuff like that, but I really want to try it out, so I'm just going to sort of highlight with it, put in some areas that I think it will look cool. Just depending on your eye shape, you might want to put it over the whole lid if you want to, but I'm just going to put on a little bit of it. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put on some mascara. I'll use Benefit Roll Lash and some lashes. I'm not sure which lashes I'm going to put on yet, but obviously I'll tell you when I come back. So for lips, I'm just going to go in with this Makeup Forever Artist Liquid Matte in the shade 103. I am in love with these lashes. They're in the style Unicorn Flutter from Unicorn Cosmetics, and like they got really cool packaging. And yeah, I really like the way they look with this eye look, so I'm going to have to wear these more often. Okay, and this is totally optional, but I'm going to take this sort of like holographic greeny purple glitter, which sort of like is that like oil slick colour, and I'm just going to put like a tiny bit on the inner corner. I'm going to take the Barry M glitter fixer gel to do that with. Yeah, you don't have to do this stuff if you don't want to, but I just thought it would be fun, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply some of the glue on the inner corner, and then I'll just probably tap that on with a little brush. So we are done with this makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoyed this. The name of this glitter, I will list it down below because I got it on Depop and I can't remember the seller's name. So I'll list it down below, but like these are really cool and I definitely recommend getting them because they weren't very expensive at all. And as you can see, they look pretty cool. I really like this colour. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and if you've got any comments or suggestions, just let me know down below, and please don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're not already. I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!